All right, we're going live. Going to wait for a few people to jump on board before we start getting into today's topic. So come on in. I'll wait a little bit. I've gotten some notes from people say, hey, Victor, wait till I jump in since you never announced these things. So if you're here, let me know you're here. And also let me know where you're from. Let me know. I want to hear where you're from. So put your name, give me a high five, bam, and then let me know what country you're from. Numbers are going up, so that's pretty cool. Got some folks on board already. We got Mohammed from Palestine waiting for you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. All right. So again, we'll wait just a little bit. Let's come on board. Oh, man, people are really up, man. They're online here. All right. Today, we got an interesting topic. Is that side to the end? Oh, that's my girl. One we'll meet, I'm sure. Victor. That's Aaron. Mike K from Orlando is back. Man, Toronto, Canada. Aaron in the house. Aaron, good to see you again, man, so to speak, virtually. So let me see. Antonio Jimenez. Saludos desde España. I love it, man. So we got Sri Lanka. I don't think we've had Sri Lanka before, so welcome aboard. Albuquerque, New Mexico. You are up early, so I appreciate you, James. Let me see. Jamaica, yeah, man. So welcome here. We got the UK in the house. Ethiopia, baby. Love that. We got Egypt. Wow. I know it's late. Albania, India, the constant default, always here, man. Malaysia. All right, Malaysia. Thank you for being here. Monaco. Tanzania, or have I learned Tanzania? Is that right? Not Tanzania, it's Tanzania, right? I've been to Tanzania, by the way, so I had a great time there. Did a couple of workshops in Tanzania a couple of years ago. Cambodia, Djibouti, Singapore, love Singapore. India again, Brazil. I love Sao Paulo, Porto Alegre, Recife, pero no falo portugués. Sorry. That's as far as I go with my Portuguese, man. All right, you guys ready? Wait a couple of minutes here, and I think I'm ready to go. So today I want to talk about something more from a strategic standpoint. It's selling, but it's more of a strategic plan for going to the market and selling. So thank you for joining me. And then towards the end, I'll take some questions. Let me go through this model. And again, this model is not in my book, Sales Models. And so again, the way I think, I feel I have to explain this before I get going, is that I like to create models in my head because it allows me to, first of all, remember the content. Two, when I'm talking to clients, I have these models in my head and my brain just pulls these models up and it allows me to structure a conversation with the client. So check it out. If you're on the Sales Velocity Academy, that's already in there, plus all my other books. If you're not a member of the Sales Velocity Academy, you should check it out. In fact, because you're here, if you type in this number, 50, that's a 0, OFF, you'll get a 50% discount. That's between us. Don't tell anybody, right? Even though we're broadcasting this live, right? But I'd love you to get on the Academy. We got, like I said, over 50 courses, over, I think, 500 videos now. So the value there, all my books, the webinars, you'll find them there. So having said that, let's get rid of this. I'll just leave it there for now. So what I want to do is give you a strategy for go-to-market, because too often, and let me structure this by saying, if you're a sales manager or even let's say you're starting your business right now, you're a small business owner, sometimes, that anxiety we feel about what we should do in the market comes from not having a clear direction. And if you're managing salespeople, your salespeople feel the anxiety because they don't think you have a direction. So what I want to do is give you a go-to-market strategy, something that you can put in a structure and explain, but also I'm going to ask you to select a strategy. So we're going to call this it's 4 ways to go to market. These are go-to-market strategies that you can use. Go-to-market strategies. So there's 4 ways. There's 4 ways you can go to a market to grow your revenue. Let's walk through them because it's not that hard. The first strategy is, and it's probably the toughest one right now, is to gain new clients. What if your focus starting now is to gain new clients, right? Go out and get new clients. That's strategy number 1. Strategy number 2 is that if you've got a business already and you've got a client base, then the second strategy will be to retain those clients. So that's strategy number 2, retain. Strategy number 3, and by the way, I'm going to go into each one a little deeper. Let me just give you all 4. The third strategy is that if you have an existing customer base, you can focus on retention, but you can also focus on upselling and cross-selling. So I call this the grow strategy, right? Grow. So this is where you're going to grow your existing customer base. Last but not least, the fourth strategy that most people or companies don't think about is how do you reactivate? You know, I just like to use the word reactivate. How do you reactivate existing customers? Now, these are people who may have bought from you in the past, but over the last 6 months to 1 year, they haven't bought from you, right? They haven't bought anything. So now let's go back. Now that we know what the 4 strategies are, which one do you think you would implement today? If you had the choice, given your scenario, your situation, what would you put in? Would it be number 1, gain? Would it be number 2, retain? Would it be number 3, grow? Would it be number 4, reactivate, go back to your existing customer base? So do me a favor right now in the chat, give me a 1 if that's the strategy you think you want to go with. 2, go there. 3, if you want to grow, upsell, cross-sell. And 4, if you want to go back into your database and reactivate those folks. And it'll be interesting to see your strategies and your numbers. Now, let's look at each one of these and let's talk about the pluses and minuses of these things, right? Let's go to the first one. The first one is gaining new clients. Now, as you can imagine, gaining new clients, this is going to be the toughest one. And so you're going to have to come up with different strategies. And again, to frame this conversation, imagine for a moment, it's your business, you're the executive, the CEO, the sales leader, and you need to give people, your team, direction, because that's what people want. People need to know what direction are we going in to reduce that anxiety, right? So by implementing a simple strategy, let's say you decide we're going with the gain strategy. Gain means we're going to acquire new clients. We're going into full client acquisition mode. That's our main strategy. Now, I'm not saying that you can't apply more than one, but let's begin with the focus of just one. And let's say you go with the gain strategy. So now you have to ask yourself, well, how do we go after new clients? Now, in my past conversations, you know I've talked about CRMs, right? Which is your customer relationship management systems. This is where you keep all your clients in your database. If you don't have a CRM today, why? You got to have a CRM. Whether you're using Salesforce or one of the ones I recommend that's inexpensive, but still very powerful, is one called Pipedrive. Pipedrive.com. Sorry about that. Pipedrive.com. And I think if you look at the advanced option they have, the advanced option is like $24.95 per month. And no, I don't get a commission. I should, but I like Pipedrive. By the way, Salesforce is good, Zoho, HubSpot, all these are real good. I just like this one because it's so simple to use that people can just jump on it right away. Now, so let me just go ahead and erase this for now, right here. At least leave Pipedrive up there. That's the CRM. So in your CRM, if you have, again, one of the things I want you to start thinking about, if you're going to acquire new clients, you have to have a database to store them in, okay? And we can talk in another session about how do you acquire. I do a lot of inbound marketing, which is how I attract a lot of clients. So maybe in the next live event, what I'll do is talk about client acquisition strategies and get into much more detail. But for now, this will suffice. Now, what I want to do is, let me just erase this so I can get some more space going on here. So the second strategy, so one is going after new clients. The second strategy is retain. How do you hold your customers? Like what strategies would you implement to retain? One study showed that if you can increase retention by 5%, just 5%, in other words, hold people, 5% of the people from leaving, you can increase your profit margin anywhere from 25% to 95%. Wow. Think about that. A retention of only 5% will increase your profitability by 25 to 95%. You may be thinking, well, how's that possible? Well, think about it. Because you're holding your customers, you don't have to spend money acquiring new customers. The cost to advertise, the cost of sales to get new clients is gone away. That cost has disappeared. So by simply holding on, you can see this type of return if you do a 5% retention. So that's another strategy you can look at. Let's look at the third strategy. My favorite, grow, which is upsell and cross-sell. In June, I will publish my 14th book called, I'll give you the title here so you can look for it. It's called Upselling is the New. I call it Upselling is the New Prospecting. And I want to define this for you, and then let's talk about that a little bit. That's my new title of my book coming out by Victor Antonio, right? And what do I mean by upselling is the new prospecting? By upselling is the new prospecting, what I'm saying is instead of going out and trying to prospect here for new clients, why don't we go talk to our existing customers and prospect there? In other words, upsell them and cross-sell them. Upsell them on more products and services or cross-sell them on new products and services. Did you know that by simply, and I have to give this one a different color, that by going after just the upselling opportunities, you could increase your revenue by up to 30%. Let me put it up here. It's even better. 30%. Listen to what I just said. By upselling, cross-selling to your existing customer base, you can increase your revenue by up to 30%. So that too is a great strategy. So let me erase this again. And then let's talk about the last strategy. Now, the last strategy is reactivate. Now, again, if you don't have a CRM, a database, then this becomes almost impossible. But if you do have a database, you have a database of customer, that's your database, right? Your CRM. What if you went into your database? What if you went into your database and then what you did is you highlighted, right? You highlighted within your database, you highlighted different customer segment, right? Let's call these tier 1 clients. Tier 1 meaning that they're high-level clients, right? So you can say in there, I'm going to segment tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 clients. And these are the best clients. These are the people that really buy, right? I'll give them $3 signs. These people buy, we'll give them $2 signs. And this one only $1 sign. So these are your best customers. And these could be your top 10% up here. What if you went back into your CRM, into your database, and what if you were able to, let's say, just to create a campaign just to go after these folks. Now I'm talking reactivate, which means these top 10%, great customers that you have just simply haven't bought for a while. So what if you go back into your database, let's say you have 100 people in your database, and you plug your top 10, and you realize that those 10, within that 10%, there's certain customers that haven't bought, right? What if we then create an outreach program? That's where you, the salesperson, start beginning to call these people just to reconnect with them, engage with them again, maybe offer some new type of promotion. Again, the cost of sales is low because you've already sold them. The barrier to selling them is also low. The sales cycle is shorter. You've already sold them. They kind of know you already. So that means it's not going to be a long sales cycle. So if you're in a mode of quick revenue, like fast revenue right now, then really, if you think about it, if you look at these 3 strategies, if I was in the fast cash mode, generate real fast revenue, I would look at these 3 strategies right here. And if you push me harder on which one of these, if I had to really define it, well, then I would probably, if you could only choose 2, I would definitely choose these 2 right here. These would be the 2 strategies I would implement. I want to retain existing clients, and then I want to go what? Grow my existing clients. So if you can just focus on these right here, I mean, again, this is good, right? Because you can grow your revenue. These people are already there. You just have to figure out strategies to keep them there. But other than that, it's a very powerful approach. Now, how can you use this? Again, if you're an owner of a company, you're a sales leader, you're a manager, your team needs focus. And what if you decide, you know what, we're going to choose a strategy. So let's say out of all these 3 strategies, let's say, for example, you decide that this month, only this month, right here, we're just going to focus on this strategy right here, grow, right? That's all we're going to do, grow. So now you get together with your marketing team, right? So what I would do is, let me see, I'll push this aside. What I would do is I would get together with my marketing team, get my marketing team together, get my sales team together. And then what we're going to do is put together a plan on how to grow our existing customer base. How do we do that? What we do is we go back again, and I'm repeating myself, but I want you to get it. What you then do is you go back into your database, your CRM, and you bring out your top clients. You start listing out clients. Again, tier 1, tier 2, 1, 2, 3, and then start attacking each segment one at a time. What salesperson, let's say you had 100 people in your database that you want to go after within tier 1. Then what I would tell my sales team is, look, what we're going to do is we're going to do an outreach program. We're going to reconnect with everybody and basically set up meetings. And we're just going to focus on upselling and cross-selling, not getting new clients, just upselling and cross-selling, and maybe come up with some promotions, right? Some discount promotions that you can offer your existing clients, like customer loyalty programs, right? That's another way to kind of upsell and cross-sell. We have a new product, and because you've been such a great customer for us over the last 2 years, we're going to offer it to you at 30 to 40% discount if you buy within the first 30 months. Again, that's a nice outreach program. Well, how about this one? If they buy today, buy now, we will defer payments for not net 30, not net 60, not net 90. We're going to defer payment for 6 months just because you're in our top tier client base. So again, what is my point? To summarize this whole thing, there are 4 strategies you can use to go to market, right? Just 4 strategies to really increase your revenue. Gain new clients, retain, grow existing, or reactivate those who haven't bought. Pick one and really focus. We said grow, you pick one, and then what you're going to do is figure out how you're going to use your team to create different marketing campaigns, because that's what we're talking about, right? How do you create different marketing campaigns to go after your top 1, tier 2, tier 3 type clients? If you can do that, you'll be very focused and your team now has a direction. Having said that, now I'll take some questions if you have some good ones. Hey, Victor, for B2B software startups, what would you say is the best strategy to acquire early clients and adopters if we don't have any testimonials yet? Hope you can help by answering this. One of the strategies I would use, I got totally messed that up, just MH. So one of the strategies I used to use early on when I didn't have, and you're probably doing this already, so I'm probably telling you something you already know. If I'm starting out with 0 testimonials, right, I got a new product. And so some of the objections you're going to face are: 1, you're a new company. We don't know who you are. 2, I don't have any confidence in your product because you don't have any testimonials, right? So in other words, 3, there's no proof that you'll be around in the next year or 2. This is why I will not buy from you. That's kind of what they're thinking, right? And so what I would try to do is, first of all, let's talk about find your ideal client profile, right? We've talked about this many times. Always identify who's your ideal client, right? You probably know that already. What if, this is what I used to do. What if you find 5, maybe 10 clients and just do field trials? A field trial means you give them the free demo, you implement the data, so forth and so on, and the price back to you. What I typically ask for, I said, look, if you like it after 30 days, if you've implemented and you like it after 30 days, we'll give it to you at cost. But I'll also need a testimonial. And then they would give me the testimonial. And after they gave me the testimonial, then I would go ask them for the magical referrals. So let's say that this becomes your 3-month campaign. For the next 3 months, what we're looking for is getting our product within certain clients, really getting testimonials, then going to get referrals. That would be a good start. That's one way of doing it, many different ways, but that's the quick answer. I've listened to a lot of people saying that pipe drive is very good. Excellent. What is upsell? What is upsell? So upsell versus cross-sell. Upsell is like, you ever go to, like we have McDonald's or Burger King, right? And upsell is sell more of the same. So would you like to buy, for example, a good upsell strategy is, that's a hamburger, right? And then that's hamburger. And then they say, you know what? We have a special going on. Would you like the double patty, the one with 2 patties, is an upsell, right? That's not, you're just selling more of something else. So if you're selling a software package, Maybe you sell an upgrade of the software package. It has more features and benefits. If you go to a website, you ever see where they said they have your basic, your average, and your high-end program? You'll always have 3 plans, right? Bronze, silver, gold, right? If you buy the bronze, you only get so many features. But then if you buy this, you get more features. If you buy the gold one, you get all these features. That's an upsell. So you can actually upsell people. A cross-sell is you're not selling the same product, you're selling a complementary product. So back to our burger example. So instead of selling another burger, this would be an upsell, right? A cross-sell would be, would you like fries with that, right? Burger, fries, right? Burger's not the same thing as fries. So burger, fries, this is a cross-sell. So for example, when you buy a laptop, right? You buy a laptop for the first time. Would you like more memory? Upsell. Would you like a faster processing speed? Upsell. Would you like a larger screen? Upsell. By the way, would you like to buy a bag to put your computer in? Cross-sell. Get the idea? That's it. All right. Grow. Hi from India. Video is not clear. It's blurry. How's my video? Is it clear or blurry over there? What do you guys see? Is it blurry or clear? Give me your feedback. Still waiting for your feedback. It's a little delay, I know. Okay, somebody, Mike is saying, can I please prioritize the 4 by importance? So you want me to prioritize these 4? It's a great question, Mike, but the answer is I can't, because it really depends on your company. It really depends on your company. In other words, what is your strategy at the time? So a lot of you folks are seeing it blurry. Wow. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I got the most bandwidth I can get. So Mike, the real answer is you can't prioritize this because it really depends on where your company's at, what they need at the time. And so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Yeah, it's a little bit blurry. I don't know why. Sorry. At least you can hear my voice. But anyway, so keep this in mind that these are 4 different strategies you can use. And as you go through this, decide which one you want to implement to allow more clarity. So on that note, let me see, a lot of blurry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off this because I hate blurry receptions. And again, we'll have to another time. Again, I thank you for your time and we'll do it again. Thank you for joining me. Take care.